No. He cares about those. Oh, hey, I'm back in silver 4. That's interesting. What's up, Pi? How you doing? It's going pretty well. How were your pulls over the weekend? That's actually really good. What's up, freak? How you doing? Hey, Icky, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, y'all. Just a little tired, a little groggy. I'm doing good. What do y'all think about this siege gift? I think it's a bit of a bait. I'm good. Cheers. Nothing in shards over the weekend. Pulled a Gorgrab, but don't think I'll build him for a while. Maybe eventually for a tag team arena. Yeah. I'll never turn down a free legendary book. That's true. I will say, I like the legendary book. I do indeed like the legendary book. And I did get 2 pieces of gear from that stupid chest thing, but I do think that chest thing is a bit of a bait. I think they're trying to get people to think that there's some value there, but there's not. What did I do on the champion chase on the free? Ah, okay. What's up, vodka? The gift itself seems nice. I'm saving the energy for Sand Devil during CVC. Yeah, yeah, no, so I haven't opened mine on the free to play yet. I just did it on the main account. The interesting, where is it? I could have swore I had the pop up for it. Any latest thoughts on planning for Siege? We've got a couple. Mythical chest plate and a speed boot with main speed stat. And a speed boot with main speed. Nice, nice, nice. I had to reread that. My brain was like not processing it. Oh, a legendary book. Yeah, for this account. I'll keep that. Alright. main account here. Just getting caught up on all my daily starts to the day stuff. I think I got 2 pieces of gear. They were okay. But I did not see your new alt account. Do I need to look in Discord? I have been all like, okay, not all weekend. So Saturday I did stuff with the family, and I played Raid, of course. Sunday, but I completed the fragment summon on Saturday. So on maybe. So yesterday, all I did all day long was play Baldur's Gate. I've never played it before. I've been waiting to play it, because I've been so busy with Raid, and it was so nice to have a window of opportunity to say, "Oh, I don't actually have to play this game right now, so let's go ahead and play something else." And so I played Baldur's Gate for the entire. I was like, I'll play it for a couple of hours, from when I woke up until like midnight. I did. I think I did. I don't even think I got my dailies done on my accounts. I did on the main. I did on the free to play. You can log in and show it off real quick. I'm definitely down to do that. I don't know if I want to do it right now, to be honest. Oh, hey, I'm at my minimum now. That's awesome. Okay. And I got Eric's, who probably will pop during the next personal reward CVC. Because I think I could really use her as a nuker. But I hit my minimum for void shards, and I hit it kind of quick. So anything over 120, I'll spend. If there's an event going on for voids. Alright, so how much is one of these things? They're 45 of the shard thingies. And did we even get enough from, what am I doing? Do we even get enough from Sand Devil? Oh, we do. Okay. Still, 4,000? That's too much. I'm not, I'm going to do 2750, and that's going to be it for me on the free-to-play. Maybe I'll do it on the main account. Who's in the pool? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff in the pool. We got Harima's, Newt, Sun Wukong. I don't know. 4,000 energy is steep, man. I don't know that I can... Oboro. I have Oboro on this account. You gotta be kidding me. Do I really not? I'm really upset that I don't have one. I was working on leveling one, I thought. But maybe on the free-to-play. I rebuilt my Wukong during the last artifact enhancement. Got a bit more speed and damage and lethal, just winning all around. Yeah, pretty good champs in there. I'm hoping to get a new Wukong or Arbiter Soul. Absolutely, yeah, they're good souls in there. Let's take a look at the calendar. So we have the Sand Devil event, and they haven't announced what the other event would be. But there should be, theoretically, there's another event. Although this does have only one pull in it, so it's possible that they're just giving everybody one pull from this event. But you tried to build a Wixwell team. How did it go, Vodka? I've been really thinking about re-releasing another Wixwell video because it's my most popular video, and Views on my channel are dropping a little bit. So normally I get about 1,000 views on a shard opening video. My shard opening video only did like 600. So I'm a little concerned about that, if I'm honest. It worked yesterday, failed today. I mean, you're the reason that mine works, so I don't know that I can really give you any advice. Oh, it's 100% stun target. Yeah. In my experience, if there's ever something going on, it's always the stun target that's causing the problem. That's such a cool avatar. It reminds me of Artanis, which is my favorite character from StarCraft. I do want to get back up into Gold 5 real quick before I start doing anything else. There are no easy teams there. A little disappointing. People still have their defense teams from Sunday reset up. Am I still Gold 5? Ugh, just barely. Let's knock out some wins here. Somebody asked me if I had strategies for... Oh, no. The Clan Siege. I'll take a look at that in a second. Oh my god. What's up, Mikolaj? How's it going? I'm really confused about what I should do right now. I mean, should I farm Minnow for Clan Boss Champs or do the Sand Devil and other tournaments? How do you decide what you need to do? So the direct answer is that I decide what I need to do based on tournaments. So if there's a tournament that's worth doing, that's when I farm that dungeon, right? So if I need gear, if I want speed gear, for instance, right? Then when the next time there's a dragon tournament, I do dragon, and I take that speed gear, whatever I get. The same thing with Sand Devil. That's why I get so upset that there's not a Phantom Shogun's Grove tournament. Or at least they haven't had one in a really long time. Because I have a really good team for it, and I want a reason to farm it. I never have that reason. So it mostly gets farmed during Clan v Clan. So that's my decision-making process. If I just need stuff and I'm out of rotation or whatever, then I'll just do it. I'll just, say, okay, I really need speed gear or, like, reflex gear or regen or something like that. That sucks, man. As far as Minotaur, when to do Minotaur, everywhere in between. What I like to do personally, and this may not be an option for everybody, but I like to use my passive energy on Minotaur. So if you do RSL Helper, actually has a way that if you're doing, like, here, I'll show you with on my main account, since we're solidly in gold 5, I can do this. So you go to, you don't have to do this, of course, it's just what I do. But, like, let's say there's a champion that I want to get masteries for. So you can see previously it was Lady Mikage, right? But I've got all of her masteries, so who would I want masteries on right now? I know I've just built a couple of new champions. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, my Theodores. I would like masteries on them. Does my main Theodore have masteries? Let me check. He does not, so we'll start with him. So, Minotaur, and then put in Theodore. And you have two different options here if you do use RSL Helper. So I can say, hey, farm until I get these Minotaur scrolls and auto refill. And this will just use my gems to refill this Minotaur scrolls. Or I could say run effective resources. That's going to run 260 energy, but it's going to stay running. And whenever I get 14 more energy, it's going to automatically run again and again and again. And that'll run that overnight. So all that energy that you regain overnight, you won't lose any of it. So I like to do it that way. I guess for Siege, it's hard to plan who in the clan to attack where. You see the defense teams. I'm really looking forward to it. The attack stage, I'm still very unsure about. But if we're talking about, like, the defense, I've got a bit of an idea. You know, a lot of different content creators have different ideas. I know people want to, like, protect the mana shrines and stuff. I don't know that it hurts us that they get mana shrines. You know what I mean? Like, we know it's going to be a target for them. But I don't know that it necessarily hurts us if they get mana shrines as much as it would hurt us in other areas. But I really think post 15 is a really strong defense area. And then I think you should just focus on the defense towers. Because the defense towers, not only can you get support from magic towers in your defense towers, but you can also give specific bonuses to your defense teams, which is really, really good, and help you defend better. I think the bigger thing is just players understanding their own teams when they place them down in the regular posts. Teddy, no. I think I'm going to be putting a team here and doing defense only. Did I answer your question though, Freak? It's really like so right. So my energy when I'm done the spider tournament, I'm still doing the spider tournament to get extra fragments for High Mother. But I've completed the fusion on both accounts. And if we look, I've got Spider Tournament, Dungeon Divers. I don't think I did. I don't think I'm doing the last artifact enhancement. Or did I? Yeah, no, I did do it. Yeah. Okay. On the main account, I made up on the free to play, because I won a tournament. I actually was able to make up some points. I didn't win a tournament. I got second place in a tournament. I'm realizing now I should have recorded that. Are they not? So there's the siege gift on this account. I don't want to sheep her again. I need to take it off auto. There we go. Alright, that's solid enough into gold 5. I don't need to risk anymore. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting the siege gift on the free to play. Maybe I need to go into siege. No. Yeah, so I completed that. Let me see if I have the tournament that I did. I don't chat up at the moment, sorry. I think, was it champ training that I got points in? Yeah. So I got 5 extra fragments on champ training. So that completed the whole event for me. And between that and artifact enhancement. So I have 10 more fragments up for grabs if I do dungeon divers and complete the spider tournament, which the spider tournament is almost completed. It's just dungeon divers that's going to be the long part there. I've got about 250 more energy to go in that. Let me pull chat back up. What's up, Cedric? How's it going? What's up, Hyper? Hey, Hyper. I've been meaning to talk to you, man. I've been getting your messages. I'm not ghosting you. I promise. I know it may seem that way. The problem is, usually when I'm getting your messages, I'm either in the middle of something and I forget until like days later, or I'm with my family and I like see it and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll talk to him later. But I would love to do another account takeover with you in the future, bud. And we'll just answer all those questions with another takeover. Get it all out of the way. Yeah, if it doesn't show up, I'll do that. I'll log out and log back in. I'm not worried about it right now. I think for Siege, the low-level players or players with less teams should see if they can attack a team and capture the post, so the strong players can carry us on the post with hard teams. Yes. I skipped 10 fragments on Champ Chase. Have him waiting for probably personal reward CVC. No need to apologize. I also don't speak to my friends all the time. No, I'm really bad about that. Yeah. Like I have like, I don't know if I want to talk about this, but I had a friend of mine from when I was in the military, and we hadn't talked in, I want to say like 6 years, and he posted on his Facebook that he was having a really hard time one night, and so I went out of my way. I messaged him. We talked for like 2-3 hours, just to help him through his rough time. And then we haven't talked since. What was it? Somebody said, so here's the thing for Siege, right? You got to understand how you get points. So yes, you need to take the stronghold. And if a good team is going to load up their stronghold with 12 teams, right? But you also need to win battles. So if they have a really stacked team on post 15, like I plan on doing, right? And then my weakest guy, my free to play, right? My free to play could not beat the team that I'm putting in post 15 as my defense. It just can't. I don't have champions on my account that can beat post 15 with the all defense. So people just need to keep in mind, like, can you win that fight or not? And you just need to know that ahead of time. Would you mind me setting up teams now that Dot is putting me up? The only thing is, if any champions you put in here cannot be used anywhere else. That's the, like, do what you want. I don't care about the reserve team. I'm just letting you know, if you do that, I assume you can change the reserve team before it locks, but we don't know. Yeah, it's red every day I log in. Every single day. It's I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said it. Hey, there it is. I do appreciate that everything here is epic or higher quality, but I do think the way that they do gear is kind of ass. This one's on it, like, surprisingly interesting. Yay. That could be pretty good. I completely disagree with that, Hyper. I would not want my strongest team in reserve. Question, Vodka, since you already put your team in reserve, does it let you change it? Like, if you tried to change your reserve team right now, would it let you change it? All right, cool. Then, yeah, go ahead and get rid of the red dot. That's fine. The reason I don't suggest putting... the way this works, okay? I've got 30 people in the clan. Everybody can put 2 teams, right? That's 60 teams. There's 60 battles, okay? Let's say one person only puts in 1 team. Then it's going to grab a reserve team. I assume it's going to grab a random one. I don't know. But one theory I had is, like, let's say you have some, like, I don't know if you can cheese this. Let's say nobody in the clan sets a reserve team, and then you have your guy that has Taras, Marishka, Narcissus, and Korra. And that's their 4-man team. And then they have the reserve team, and like, so you only use like 10 strong teams, and then every reserve team, then every slot is filled with Taras, Marishka. Like, I don't know if you can cheese it. No, Hyper, we're not setting our defenses yet. We don't even know, like, we're not... what's the rush? We've got a week. Yeah, exactly. It's like an emergency. If there's an empty slot, I think it's supposed to grab a random reserve team. So, like, if I set a reserve team, but one of my other members doesn't, there's an empty post, it'll just throw my team in there. My clan is instructed to not set up any defenses yet because... So I kicked 2 people from my clan because what they did is they came in here and they put one of their teams in a stronghold and one in a magic tower, and then the other person put 2 in this magic tower. And they were terrible teams that were going to get crushed immediately. And I have a strategy for where we're going to put our teams. Now, I could implement that strategy right now, but I'm also rebuilding champions and getting prepared. So, and we're trying to get a better analysis of my clan's roster so we can tell people who are going to defend where. Because what I'm thinking, I have respectfully to my clan, but my clan has a lot of weaker players in it. So I need to hide those weaker players behind really tough defenses. So for example, post 15 gets affected by 2 magic towers, at least theoretically. We won't know for sure until we try it. But I can set this to all defense. And then I can, on my main account, I can put in a very strong defensive team. So let's switch to that real quick. Now, I know that... Oh, shoot. I locked it out. Because I was on the wrong account. But, no, it's not locked out anymore. It should let me. No. Okay. But I'm going to set this to defense. And then I'm going to use... It'll be an all-defense team. I'm going to have... like that. Staltus, my Ultimate Death Knight, my Harima... And I think I was going Ragash. I gotta find my Harima. Oh, no. I was gonna go Tormund. Yeah. But then, what we're gonna do to feed and protect that one, we're also gonna have these magic towers activated. And in the magic towers, we're gonna set up Force and magic champions on the defense team are immune to decreased defense. And this one, which is vulnerable, we would set it probably either resistance, maybe crit damage. Oh, yeah, no, we were going to do the ignore defense effects are increased by 15%. So my Harima would hit harder. Yeah, it all depends. So what the crazy thing is, it depends on the settings. There are no settings on magic towers. You can use any offense and any defense in a defense tower and magic tower, and as far as I can tell, for the stronghold as well. There are bonuses there, but there's no limitations to the team. The areas that you can do limitations are the posts. So, for example, post 17, we could set and say barbarian only. But I don't know that we want to waste the mana there. Where I do want to spend mana is on post 15, and then I want to activate these 2 magic towers. This magic tower is super vulnerable. So if I put one of my strongest PvP guys, right, that has like a really strong team in Magic Tower 2, then we can make sure that post 15 is protected by that, right? And we have a slightly weaker team, being my defense team, but it's stronger because of the effects of the 2 magic towers. Also, this magic tower is protected because you have to get through post 15 to get to it, or get through defense tower 3, which again, we would put really strong teams there. So if you put a strong team on this magic tower, you put a strong team on this defense tower, you put a strong team on this defense tower, you now have a protective like those are the 3 ways in, right? And we've blocked them off by protecting those, like those 4 areas. So that's 7 teams that we would need, right? So that should be somewhat of a reasonable, defense. And then you can throw some of the other guys out in some of these other little areas and whatnot. But I don't think we would activate any of these post limits, right? We would just say, because they're kind of expensive, like they're 165 mana. So you can just say, cool, you don't have to turn these on, right? If you don't use it, it's just a defense team. And then that helps for a weaker clan like mine, because then that allows everybody to put everything in it. But it doesn't limit the attackers, which gives them more options, more power. Because you got to think about it, like what I've got Harima, I've got Ultimate Death Knight, Stultus Dragonbane, and maybe a Tormund. I might not do a Tormund. I might do something else, but that is a tanky team, and you're telling me you have to use a defense-based nuker to get through it? Now, I know Vodka probably has a God tier Harima that could get through it, but do you want to waste your God tier Harima that early and then not be able to... Well, I don't know if you can reuse attackers or not, but you're at least using one of the attacks from that attacker. So that guy who has a really God tier Harima in his clan, now his God tier Harima is used up. Or he has used one of his battles, I should say that. He may be able to use Harima again, but he has used one of his battles. That's the important part. So that means that now he only has one other time to use his real, you're forcing your really strong guys. And what if they have somebody that's really strong and sees that team and they think they're good enough for it, but then they fight it and they lose? That's another big value, right? You can say, oh, well, you thought you had it, but you didn't. And now that guy who could have beat maybe a defense tower or some other area has lost their effective team. So I agree. I think it's going to be 2 attack teams, but I don't know if you can reuse characters or not for attack. We don't know. Like, I can assume as such that you cannot, but I think you'll be able to reuse attackers. We can send you the manas to activate them, so why not activate them when 30 members will send you all their manas? That would be lots of manas, right? Yes. However, we need to be... So I can activate the magic tower bonuses with mana. And we will do that. I will need your mana to activate the magic towers and to activate the defense towers. But you also need mana to set the defensive stuff. So this is 165 mana. I cannot set the condition for it, because I would also have to put a team in there to set the condition. So you guys need to also keep mana in order to set your own conditions. Which is another reason why I want to be the guy holding post 15, because I plan on setting a condition here, and I am going to need the defensive... blah. Because I'm going to need my own mana to do this here, but I'll still need donated mana to spend throughout the defense. So should we all in that? It all depends. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's a very complicated thing. It's super complex. So if you're talking post 17, right? Like, what if somebody has a really good, really bad time for lag? We're not going for a stronghold bonus this time. All right. So one member can only put in 2 defense team, maybe because we... Yeah, no, every member gets 2 defense teams max. Let's say that somebody has a really good roster of Tolarian League or something, and they want to activate this condition. You know what I'm saying? So a stronghold is 7,500. That's exactly as many mana as we all currently have. The way the stronghold works, if you activate this, it'll work for the whole level, which is this whole region here. However, these bonuses I don't feel are good enough to change the course of the entire event. They are good. But to put all of our mana in it and limit ourselves to only one bonus across the entirety of the battlefield. Like, for, you know, the one that I thought was the best was probably the Reflect. Tolarian League and Galen Pact reflect 30% of the damage received. That sounds really, really good. But I feel like you can play around that pretty easily. You know what I'm saying? Bombs. I don't know that a lot of my clan is using bomb champions. Force and magic champions of the defense team destroy the target max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Okay, cool. Most of my clan is running speed teams. I don't think this is going to make a difference, right? HP and defense champions on the defense team deal 5% more damage for each buff on the target. That's pretty interesting. That one's pretty decent. But again, that's HP and defense champions. Do I have HP and defense champions that are being used across my clan, which is relatively weaker, right? We don't run a lot of HP and defense damage dealers other than like a Harima and stuff, right? Force and magic champions on the defense team deal 20% more damage if the target has less than 50 HP. 50% HP. That one's pretty good too. But again, you're talking my entire clan's worth of mana for just one of these to be active. Or I can set this to defense only. I'm on the free account again. I just locked it out again. And then I can also say, for much less mana, I can say that ignore defense effects are increased when used by force or magic, which, by the way, Harima's force. So she's going to get 15% increase to her ignore defense mechanics from her gear. She's in lethal. And then I can also turn on another one here. And that one's going to say that force and magic defense champions are immune to decreased defense debuffs. So not only are you going to have defense only, you cannot decrease the defense of my defense team, and I have increased ignore defense mechanics against your team that's attacking me, and they're a defense-based champion. So, yeah, I think that's going to be better use of spending mana. So then why do these stronghold buffs exist? Well, because in the future, I think the changes that we make in our defense are going to be permanent other than the posts. So I think if I activate bonus category 1 from the magic tower, I think I will have that in the following one. Because Florins are meant to repair damaged towers, but they've never said anything about redoing. Like, why would I repair? Like, I just don't know that we're gonna, are we only gonna have 7,500 mana to work with each week? Like, no, I think we're gonna get more than that. I think it's gonna be a progressive thing where the changes that you made will save week to week. Because eventually there's going to be a whole second level to this. Eventually up here is going to open up. And you're going to have another stronghold up here. And that second stronghold is going to give you bonuses for that level, while this stronghold gives bonuses for this first level. So, it's going to be a learning experience. It's going to be a learning curve. I could be completely wrong, but this is just my plan, right? And then here, if we do... So, 7,500, I've already committed 675, so that's 1350-ish. And then 165 there. So you're looking at like, that's 1,1600, something like that, right? But then you can do each of these defense towers can also get a bonus based on, right? So you're getting bonuses in all of these defense towers, these magic towers. Then I might want to lock up build. That's our A tier guys, right? That's our best possible players are going to be in those areas. And then we can start talking about smaller, like, okay, what's our B team stuff? Where's our B squad going? So our B squad would go defense tower here, right? Maybe we put a B squad in post 17 or something because you want to protect this mana shrine, right? You want to make sure that nobody can get to that. Because it's going to be a high priority target. So you want them to waste... You want to win some battles along the way while they make it to Mana Shrine 1, right? Because it's all about winning battles, too. Yes, you need to take the enemy stronghold, but you also need to win battles. Because if you look at the rewards... I don't know if it says it here, but it does say it, and I know that I'm right about this. You need to win victory, or here is it? Yeah, victory chest reward if your clan earns the most victory medals and destroys the enemy stronghold. So if you earn a bunch of victory medals, but don't defeat the stronghold, you get nothing. If you defeat the stronghold, but they won more battles, you still get nothing. So you gotta do both. And that's part of the, you gotta, it's just part of it. You gotta gotta include, remember that stuff. My guess is that winning victory battles gets you points here, just like in Clan v Clan, and you'll get whatever gear that you got enough points for, regardless of a victory. I believe the victory chest is the only part that matters, and that's what's going to have the accessories, that's what's going to have the better loot, and the fragments that you'd be looking for. And I think that's going to be really hard to do. I would not be surprised if nobody wins the first clan siege. Unless, I think the only clans that are going to win are going to be... your really top tier arena clans. Like if you're talking I guess it just reset, so this isn't going to be accurate, but The clans that are really super dedicated to arena. We're going to try to win it. I think that it's going to be really hard to do. I don't know that anyone in my clan can beat Teras Marishka. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who in my clan. So if they have one Teras Marishka team or one Narcissus White Ancora team. Yeah, exactly. That's true. How well geared is a factor for sure. Speaking of, let's do some live arena. Let's have some fun. Arbiters doesn't work, but Deacons does. I will probably use my same arena team, just a different aura. Deacon into Arbiter into... Well, so Deacon will have the aura lead, but Arbiter will still be in the team. I mean, she's more than just... She is my fastest champion, so, like, I can't ignore that part of it. I think this is the play. I do think so. So Deacon will be my speed aura lead. All battle speed aura leaders are going to have way more value now. I'm really excited to build my Razzlevarg on my team. On my account. I'm working on him right now. I'm very excited to see what I'll be able to do with him. Oops. Countered, son! I love that combo. I love the UDK Sun Wukong combo. Who's the fastest all battle speed or lead? Ursula's not all battle. Ursula is Doom Tower. I believe the fastest all battle aura is Fushan, maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Who's faster than Fushan? I don't know what they are. I don't pay attention to all. What it probably who has another all battle? Oh God, what's her name? I always forget her name. Oh, Duchess. Yeah, Duchess is 19% all battle. Lazarius. Yeah, I always forget about the mythicals. Okay, so I can ban Tormin or leave Tormin. I think I ban Tormin and then go UDK. Interesting that they banned UDK here. Alright, I want to get turn meter first. And who would I rather... Yeah, that makes sense, right? You don't want to polymorph Duchess, she just comes back and brings everybody back to life, so... I mean, she's still going to do that. Do I just try to steal, then? She's going to be high resist. I probably can't steal it. Let's just get everybody off the board. That's fine. I was going to say, I really need to get a kill there. Go for the polymorph. Yeah, I was going to say, she's high resist. But she has used her revive. She's not going to kill anybody here. Definitely that. I think we do this. Can I kill her? Let's find out. Yeah. My question is, if you could have any mythical, who would be most fun to play with? So, I was really excited about this guy, but the initial reviews of the actual damage are pretty concerning. What I liked about it so much is that they're the first time that bombs were based on HP. And I was like, that's going to do so much damage. But apparently, the bomb multipliers are supposedly not that great on paper. I would really like Crixia, because Crixia gets me stuff that I don't have on either account, which is turn meter. Or not turn meter. Cooldown reduction. But I know how broken Lazarius is in PvP, and I'm like weak in PvP, so Lazarius would be pretty good too. Wasn't Gizmak really good in Hydra? Galathier, though, is just busted. I would go Galathier for sure. I forgot about him. Galathier would be my pick if I could have any. Is anybody else mad at the fact that this guy clearly should not be in the High Elves? It should be a Dark Elf. And you can't increase attack. Exactly. You can't increase attack them. There's no, like, increase HP, but you could just build them really, really high HP, which is pretty easy to do. Yeah, Sigrun's pretty awesome, too. But so Siegfried's big thing is big damage. I've got damage. I got damage. I just lack everything else. I love the way Siegfried looks. Probably the most. What happened, Vodka? What did you get, like, a mythical day one? Like, what are we talking here? Message me the info. I'll log in after this one. Since you want me to do it so bad. Okay. Bombs. So Mithrala gets picked. What's up, Reborn? You get damage, and then you get Siegfried. Alright. I feel like I don't want to give them this combo. I feel like my ban here is definitely Sun Wukong. See, the difference is that I will win. I'm just going to control them this whole fight. No one else will ever be allowed to log in. Feel happy. I trust you. I think I inflected on the wrong time there. Yeah, I feel bad, man, but I also don't feel all that bad. Ah, I screwed up. I didn't think he was going to get a turn. If these bombs do anything remotely close to good damage, yeah. Yeah. I honestly didn't think their Gaius would ever get a turn. And so I cleansed too early. It's definitely weak, but it was enough, right? That's the... Ah! I'm sorry, vodka. I hit. I forgot I wanted to do that. You don't use your alt account. What? When else will ever be allowed to log in? Feel happy, I trust you. What are you talking? So I'm so confused. I'm on both my accounts right now. I'm playing. This is my alt account. This is my free to play account. I play my free to play account more than my main account because my main account doesn't. I play against Terrasperishkas and I can't win, so I gave up. Yeah, hyper. See, this is my main account right here. I'm Roadblock, and then this is my free to play account. Free to play Roadblock. I'm always on both accounts. That's why I'm confused. I'm not judging you. I was confused by your words and who you were talking to. And then after this game, I will log on to Vodka's alt account. Did you skip the food? No. Are you lying to me? Am I? Yeah. Let me mute real quick. All right. I think we go the UDK. Arbon's here. And let me... I gotta mute my mic. All right, I lose this one. Because their Lyssandra's gonna smoke my speed on my boy. I mean, there is the shot that I still win with the Wukong strategy here. But I don't have the damage. Does he not have the damage? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, it's not like a sorry thing. I just didn't know I was just confused. No, I play both of my accounts very regularly. We're logging in right now to Vodka's alt account that I'm gonna get really mad about, of course. Cheap vodka version 2. Kick rocks, man. Damn, man. Oh, your alt account is better than your main account? Is that what you're saying? Or oh no, you're saying it's smaller. It's just a fragment of your main account. So this isn't actually my account or wasn't till Friday. I just realized how many of these were fully 5-star ascended too. Two Marishkas? A friend of mine contacted me, he quit and gave it to me. Your main only has 26 million player power. This account probably has $20,000 into it. Aislinn. No Terras. They've got Cardial. How close? I wonder how close they are to mod. Halfway. They've got every single barbarian except the faction unity. I wonder how many archers they have. They only had one. Okay. Ah, joke's on you. I have got 2 archers. Ah. So they pulled this weekend, right? Yeah. So you pulled all their sacreds. Where you or either you pulled or they pulled all their sacreds going for Teox. Can't say I'm nutless anymore. Oh, I'm sure he dropped cash trying though. I have mod on the main account. He probably did. I don't know. I didn't have any sacred. You've got your Bambus. Did they go for the fusion? I didn't look. Yeah. I'm mad now because I got Tyrant and not Kymar. And they have Kymar and not Tyrant. I'll trade you. I'll trade you my Tyrant. You want my Tyrant? I'll give you my Tyrant. Oh, that's unfortunate. All that money and time and not have a Rotos. I'm surprised they don't have a Blade Master, to be honest. I got smoked by a solo Blade Master the other day. Or Fatalis, I guess you should call him. Alright, so you got all the dwarves now. So you've got Newt. How many do we have? Let's take a look at that in a second. Let's finish up. Toshuzan. But you got Yumiko. I think I got a couple. Well, at least, was it a +1 Yumiko? Okay. Let's... How many newts? Oh my god! It's so funny. You can see that they are so powerful. On this account that they don't even need their newt to be good. Like, I think this newt is way faster than my newt. If I go on the main account, I'm going to pull mine up and we can compare. So I'm only 257 speed with 4K defense. Oh, you know what? No, they're still better. Yeah, so 4,500 defense, 291 speed. 102 and 240%. I am 101 and 277% crit damage. But honestly, other than for his turn meter, you reap it. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say this. I was so confused. Like, why is this one built and these two aren't when they're marked and they have blessings? I was very confused, but that makes sense now. So you built this one, and that's why it's much better. Like 6K defense dwarfs mine. I did to build that one this morning because Siffy went before him. Oh, I don't want to touch stuff. 3 Yumikos? That's the crazy thing about this game. You can have 3 Yumikos and 3 Newts on an account and still have never gotten a Rotos. Oh, because one of them's +1? Yeah, no, I get you. Uh, I'm really curious to see how hard this Ragash hits. What is their typical arena team? Like, what's the default team? Just all of your mythicals. Okay. Okay. It's not even a team setup, so I can't auto it. Not that shit? Okay, sorry. All right. Classic Arena. What are we at team setups? Oh, yeah. You don't even have everything maxed out. Only 271? Then you could be doing so much more. Do you have a... Could you merciless her? I assume you looked. Do you have anybody in merciless gear on here? Provoke set. It's not something I see every day. That's all. I'm not saying it's one way or the other. You have Astrid in a provoke... In what? In merciless? Oh, I found her. She can smack that hard? I don't... I have yet to build her on my main. Really good multipliers for support. Okay. I just want to see somebody built and merciless is all. I just saw Drock's video of him building the Rhodos and merciless and was... It's so funny because, like, I'm at such I'm at a level so much lower than this account. And it's so funny to me because the strategies and ideas that I have on my account just don't work here. I'm like, oh, why wouldn't you build a Torment? Oh, maybe this is not the, maybe... Yeah, no, neither one of them are built anymore. What? So, Arena just went down. What's their live Arena rank? Gold 3? I'm not gonna play it, of course. Alright, so he donated his florins already, but kept his mana orbs. I'm spying. I'm, like, learning what a good... Is this your... Yeah, because you're in this clan. Hold up, let me... Before... I mean, are you okay with me spying and looking at what you guys did for defense? Obviously, my clan is not playing your clan. That will never happen in a million years, but I would love to get some ideas as to what you guys are doing. Okay. I'm also curious. Oh, I can't even look. Okay, you used your defense scrolls. Okay. I am curious if you have all the same settings. Is this the post you're holding? No. Oh, they said, hey, we need a team. That's the marker, right? Oh, he activated the bonus here. That's what that means. Okay. Even if you knew what we had and you went against your clan, would have a hard time. You have no idea what we were doing. Yeah, no, I hear you. Obviously, you have the same idea, like, you know, defending defense towers and stuff. I was just curious if they had any plans. Yeah, I realized. I looked into, like, your main... This is your main account, not this account. I realized that, yeah. Interesting. Already, Amius is already dead on hard. And you're a little over... Like, no, you're pretty close now. Just being vaulted? Yeah, let's take a look at the vault. It's like, I was gonna be like, yeah, is there a way to look at only the vault? It's like, yeah, look in the vault. Sorry, I got motivated to look at some stuff. 15 seconds. 35,000 multi-battles. $11 seconds. 6 turns. Are you... Can I run this? Is this ready to run? Can I spend 20 energy and run it? I want to see it in action. All right. Oh, because Siffy can put him to sleep. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It didn't even occur to me that Siffy could sleep. I was like, everyone's just going to die when he gets his first hit. Nope. Wow. Wow. All right, so for those of you that don't know what just happened and why yes, triple newt makes that really easy, but the reho is what's really making that work. Because the way the mechanics, people don't talk about this part of the mechanics because they use their easier teams, like their you die and then he's asleep teams, right? Like I use. But by putting him to sleep, he takes increased damage for the number of debuffs on him, and Riho places like every debuff. Not actually, but almost. So Riho places all of these debuffs, which means the newts hit harder than what my newt would hit. So put him to sleep, tons of debuffs, do way more damage. To put things in perspective, if we do it on my main account, so this is my main account team, and I don't have a Riho, right? What am I doing? What? My account. Dungeons. Sand Devil. Oh, I let my daughter pick a team. I forgot about that. I was like, yeah, you guys can pick a team, whatever. We're in a tournament, so I'll do this full, but... The third newt, because he was going slower than Siffy going twice. Yeah. Siffy sleep is irresistible, yeah. So my newt, which... Respect, I mean, like, obviously his newt is stronger, but we're reasonably close in newt power level right now. Like, he had, I think, like 1,000 defense on me, but I think I had more crit damage. Either way... Oh, wait, no, that was his weaker newt. His better newt had, like, 7,000 defense, so the one that he rebuilt. Either way, my point here is that my newt's not hitting as hard because I don't have all of the debuffs on him. If I have more debuffs on him, then my newt would hit harder. 409 crit damage, wow. You know what I'm doing on my free-to-play, guys? I'm actually getting away from using... Like, I don't use Seer for wave clear on here anymore because I now have Sun Wukong in ignoring defense gear. So I've actually been able to get away from Seer altogether as far as damage goes until I can put her in some real ignore defense gear. Because she's not built terribly. I mean, the best that the free-to-play can do, right? 206 crit damage, not 400 crit damage like Vodka has on his. God. Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be flawless execution to get that high. So he used Bat Eater for Clan Boss. I made the Wixwell team to give me something to do. You're telling me the Wixwell team failed on this account? No shot. Don't worry. Let the professional here go ahead and fix your Wixwell team. Don't mind me. It's double Mikage. Damn. Well, there's your problem. You're using Bambus. No, I'm just kidding. You have white. So, are you trying to grow the shield twice as fast? That's why you're rocking the Bambus? Because you've got 4 buff extenders. But I know Bambus can also grow shields. Nope, you only need 3. You only need 3. So you've got 248 speed. 268 speed. .300 speed and 300 speed, essentially. What I would recommend you do, and this is like, and I'm not, I feel insulting talking to you about giving advice, right? Like, obviously you know what you're doing in the game. The speeds are so far apart. If I were you, I would just build like a dedicated team. Oh god, what is his name? Anchorite. I'm just trying to think of, like, on an account like this, who you could bring in. Because it's entirely possible for these 300 speed Mikages, if they get out of hand, and you don't necessarily want to reduce their speed, but if they get away from you, so you've got Bambus in the shield set, they could easily outrun the buffs. And you do have him in reflex, yeah. Here's my guess is that you just maybe didn't get as many reflex procs. Because that could definitely throw off your speeds. Having 4 makes it better, makes it easier, but it's very easy for these Mikages to outrun. And I don't know how fast your ninja is either. So he's, like, really slow. So if you're talking about, like, I don't know, with 4 extenders, though, I gotta feel like even if they're getting double turns, it's really hard to be sure about. How many buffs are we bringing? So, increase accuracy, increase attack, increase defense, and the shield. And then a shield. That's 5 buffs. Because Mikage doesn't bring any buffs other than crit damage. It worked when Bambus got stunned yesterday when I built it. Who would be your stun target in this fight? And not that you need it, right? Like, you already did 300 million, even if it didn't go 1,500 turns. But I know you. I know how you're thinking. So, Spirit Affinity. Bambus should have been the stun target. You ran it on Void. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. And it was stunning a Mikage. Yeah, I can't imagine why it wouldn't go 1,500 turns. Obviously, it went a lot of turns. Buy a key and try if you want to see. I didn't even think about the Lady Mikage's triggering your ninja. And he's in a poison set? That's awesome. I would make one argument. If you take a Mikage out, you're going to guarantee that the ninja gets the attack. Right now, your Mikage's triggering your other Mikage, which they're built well, but obviously they're both weak hitting here. And you'd be better. You're talking about 260 damage versus a Mikage triggering a Mikage. See, she triggered the middle Mikage there. That's not ninja damage, right? We're talking min-maxing. Honestly, dude, I would throw in... Because all you need is 3. You'd have to bring the speeds closer together, though. But all you need is 3 buff extenders to make it work. That's what I run. You could probably do a Geomancer in there, which might solve... The only reason that... There's only 2 reasons a team is going to fail. One is they're outrunning their buffs, which does not look like it's happening. You've got 7 stacks on every buff. We're on turn 12. You're good there. So the buffs are not falling off. The other reason that it would fail is because someone's taking too much damage and their shield doesn't get built up and they die. Which it's happening to this Mikage right here. She's already lost her shield. The HP, the shield that you get, yeah. So Mikage is going to die here because she's taking too much damage from the stun. If you were to replace one of the Mikages with a Geomancer, you'll probably reduce the damage enough that the other Mikage, the remaining Mikage, or your remaining stun target will survive. I would remove it, and I would put crit. I would put like lethal, like savage type. Just go full tilt. Boss killing. But yeah, this Mikage, she lost her shield already. Now, yes, this one still exists, but you want to extend both of them to get this massive shield that they currently have. And you'll see her shield is actually less than her total HP. So yeah, it's 1000% that's your stun target. Which Mikage is this? Do we know which Mikage? She would be the leader, right? Savage not good on Demon Lord? Okay. That's a good point, too. Mikalash is pointing out that there's no decreased attack on the boss, so she's getting hit for full damage. Also, this Mikage did the same thing. She outran her shield buff. These Mikages are too fast. Now, it probably doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because you have a really fast, reflex-based Wixwell, but you see how all 3 of these are reasonably sped, and they're keeping those stacks up, but here this Mikage lost her stacks. This Mikage obviously lost her stacks. It might not even be... They might have lost them so early and just outran... No, it's damage-based. It's definitely damage-based. Alright, are you cool if I just end this battle, or do you want to keep the key to play with some more? Because I can just crash it and log back in. And then you can keep the key to test it. Keep the key, you'll play around. Okay, let me black this out. Oh, well, I crashed the wrong one. Let me crash that one. Hey, there we go. Crashed the correct one this time. Yeah, I don't know. I've never built that kind of stuff. You could also do a full, I don't know, crit damage or yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know how to increase regular attacking. But all right, so you saved your key. The other thing too, if we look at the Mikages, I bet you, yeah, their defense is really low. 3,000 defense. I think this is my free to play. Yeah, because I accidentally closed my main account and I'm not going to open it back up. But my stun target on here got about 4,000 defense. But I also have decreased attack up the whole fight, and I have Geomancer's passive as well. So I think I would get a... Mikolaj made a great point. I would get away from that. But both of the... I think the defense on the Mikages is just too low. And that's why they're just getting... Actually, hers isn't that bad. I don't know why the shield fell off that second Mikage. It might just be the decreased attack not being up. Well, but I'm saying, like, the first Mikage was the stun target. The other Mikage was not the stun target, but her shield still fell off. Because the damage stacked up so quickly. So my only guess... I thought maybe she outran it. You're right. Maybe they're too much HP. Yeah, that makes some sense. Which Mikage is the lead? All right. Yeah. Overall, I don't think... The speeds obviously were not a problem because every other buff had 1,000 stacks, right? Every other buff had 11, 12, whatever stacks. So the Mikages weren't necessarily too fast. So this was the one taking the stun. And it's not just the stun. It's that she's taking a stun hit and then also taking a regular hit. And then, so she's just taking extra damage than everybody else on the team. But I think decreased attack still is the problem because your other Mikage also lost her shield. And again, the shield only falls off because you're either not extending it or it's getting destroyed. So if we can reduce the amount of damage coming out when he does his AoE hit, then we can also survive more stuns. So, yeah. So, like, on my free-to-play, I keep my speeds very tight. So, I have Ursula. So, Ursula's bringing Strengthen and a guaranteed decrease attack. She's also bringing my increase attack. which means more buffs, because more buffs means he's extending it by a larger amount too. I was going to say Anchorite brings crit rate and crit damage. And then Godseeker doesn't bring anything except buff extension. And then Wixwell brings the increased defense, and then his shield is the one we're extending. His decreased attack is not 100%, which is why I really like Ursula in the team. And then, of course, my damage dealer is Geomancer. But if we look at the speeds on everybody, so we've got 228 speed, 217 speed, 207 speed. She's a little slow. And 209 speed. But these three, my buff extenders, don't get too far away from each other, which is important. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. So that would give that a try. I'm confused why you're not increasing your shield so much faster than mine, though. Increases the value of shields on all odds by 2% for each enemy buff that... Oh, that's why. He's not actually decreasing enemy buffs. Yeah. Well, I was saying, Mikolash, I was saying because he has two champions that increase the shield value, but Bambus isn't actually increasing the shield value because his clan boss doesn't have a lot of buffs. Man, what an account. That's really cool to see. I've actually thought about the fact that I didn't want to use Mikage. If I get her, I would not use her in my Wixwell team because I want her to be built in so many other areas of the game. I don't want to... Yeah, we're going to be using Panda on my free-to-play because we got him on the free-to-play, and we'll be using him eventually. This is all... Vodka is the biggest promoter of this champion being used on my account, but we're going with Razelvarg next, and then after Razelvarg is Gwendolyn, and then after Gwendolyn is Panda, unless we pull a monster somewhere along the way. But really, I don't know that I... Is this my account? Yes. I don't know that I want anything other than End a Moonbeam at this point. Yeah, but I think we agreed Gwendolyn and Panda don't work together, right? Like, we had that conversation. I had actually recently rewatched the video where you were telling me who to pick, and when we decided what team to go with, I went back and rewatched it so I could remember who I wanted to level during these champion training events. So all we have left is Razelvarg and Gwendolyn. I'm very, very excited about being able to build both of them. I think Razelvarg is going to do really good work for me. Look at the more... Hang on. The Marius build. I don't even have memorized what this set does. That's why I had to, like, pause. Yeah, so this is an enemy max HP, and even his AO1 is an AoE. Yeah. Is he defense based? He is. Okay. Why HP banner? I guess I don't know the multipliers on the A1 and how hard that hits. Obviously, this is really where your damage is coming from. Oh, 9-piece? Yeah, duh. Duh, roadblock. Yeah. I do want to take a look and see. Yeah, accuracy or HP. And this one rolled really high defense. That makes sense now. That's what I was just thinking about. Is there a champion that would benefit from this? I know Marius is good. I'm not saying he's not. I was just curious if there was a champion that might benefit from this kit more than Marius, because Marius is enemy max HP damage, right? So he's got limitations on the actual damage he could output. I'm thinking if there's like a really top tier nuker with AoE hits. But yeah, I think Marius would be the best for Skinwalker. I think the fact that it only ignores 30% defense total is a bit of a problem with it, though. Compared to, yes, you get like repeat damage from AoE skills and stuff, but I feel like Sun Wukong probably benefits better from just straight ignoring defense. You've got 25, so 30 per. Oh, okay. No, it's the same, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. With 30% crit damage, yeah, that's true too. Sun Wukong would be faster in that set though, if you wanted to use him. Obviously, that's up to you. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of like different. Just thinking out loud, honestly. Oh, you're right. It is defense. You are absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, and you need that 10% crit rate. Take a run at Phantom's Grove. Those whispers are amazing. Oh, I just realized. You removed Paragon and put in Mikage. They were in Phantom's Touch. Yeah, you don't need Paragon if he never gets a turn. So for those of you watching, just to put it in compare, oh, I have to log into the main account. I can do that. Let's do this. It is really insane, man. Congratulations, for real. So this is my main account? Yeah, so on my main account, like this is my all rare team. But I need Paragon because I'll take a hit. See, I gotta have Paragon has to put that down, but you don't need that if you're so fast. Obviously, he probably built that team pre-nerf too. I don't know that. God, you didn't even need a cleanse. It's not gonna let me look at it again, is it? But yeah, who was the team again? It's not gonna let me look at it again because you're low on energy. But um, two whispers, Mikage. Gnarlhorn. Who's the four? Who? Rio. Rio. Yeah, you didn't even need a cleanser at all. Yeah, that's crazy.
Can I have the money?
Listen, no, okay. I know what you're up to now.
Mommy just told me that.
Mommy told you that because she heard about the other day, and I'm not doing this. I want to. Look, it's cute, it's funny. I know why mommy's doing it because mommy wants this to make money, but I don't want to use you to con my fan base into giving me money, okay? Thank you, though. I am curious with the power level of this account and everything that you can do. If you can pull off some of the crazy Fushan stuff. You talk about on my free-to-play freak? Or sorry, on my main account? There's a couple of reasons why there's more than just affinity, right? It's more than just affinity. The other reason is the speeds. So let me show you both of the speeds on the Cold Hearts. So 252 and 245 speed. By the way, I have 2 newts. So if I wanted to, I could run 2 newts. But I suppose I could. My newt isn't that much of a speed difference from those guys. You can run newt. If you're looking to make this team, if you're looking to... Here's the reality of this team. The reason this team is so good is because it's all rare. But the important part to understand, as long as the speeds of these 2 champions is fine, it doesn't matter. You just need to make sure that this triple part, and any 3-turn cleanser can be here too. You could use Mithrala here. You could use any 3-turn cleanser. It's just the reason it's double Cold Heart instead of double Newt or Cold Heart Acrisia. Like Acrisia, if I put Acrisia in for one of the Cold Hearts, it would just be better, right? Just flat out better. I'd have to speed my Acrisia up and take her out of Relentless, or else she would screw up. So that's why I personally, for teams like this, what is the difference, truly, respectfully, but what is the difference between 1 minute and 10 seconds, right? Because I run this overnight. Like, there's never a time where I'm like, oh, let me just hop in and do 20 minutes of Phantom Shogun's Grove. It's like, no, all right, I'm going to bed, click, run multi-battles all night long. You talking about for the turn tournaments? I suppose, yeah. I suppose it does make a difference when you're talking about turns. The turn attacks, that's fair. I forget that those exist. Well, if you're doing it for dungeon tournament like a I'm curious actually really quick. I want to take a look at who you're using for Ice Golem. Correct. You will get way more runs, but you're still you're assuming that for the entire length of a tournament, they're doing nothing but running. You know what I'm saying? Like, over a spider tournament is 2 days long. Time is not the limitation. Energy is the limitation. Maybe time is at the higher ranks when you've got 30,000 gems or 12,000 gems, right? The last hour, good point. You've got me there. If you're trying to you're right. You're right. You're right. This is what I'm talking about, Vodka. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think like this because I don't try and steal tournaments in the last hour, right? So you are absolutely right. A 6-second team trying to steal a tournament in the last hour is going to smoke anybody. Take the energy in the quest. I did it. I'm just curious because I am struggling with an Ice Golem team. Yeah. So a burn activator team with reset. What is your spider team? 10 seconds. With food? Get the... Can somebody explain to me something that I have never understood? Okay. Hey, what's up, Alex? Hey, Alex, check out my new account, man. Pretty sweet, huh? I got 2 Marishkas. 3 Newts. Okay. Thank you, Jack. Jack, you exactly summed up what had bothered me since I heard that people were doing HP burn strategies. Yeah, it's Vodka's. This is Vodka's alt. This is his second account. So I never understood because I was like, I read this when they first said, oh yeah, you can no longer do burn against her. I was like, oh, okay, cool. We'll just do different strategies. But then everybody started doing burns again. And I was like, I don't understand. But Jack, you summed it up exactly. So you do 2%. She heals for 1%, but you're still doing a ton of damage from the burns. You wish you had friends? You got me. You got a friend in me. All right. Because, like, my team, and I'm pretty proud of my teams. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm proud. I just improved my spider team, and I got it consistent-ish. So it's funny, because Acrizia got added to it, but I use Acrizia for Hydra. So if Acrizia procs, it does good. If Acrizia doesn't, then it's like a 16-turn team. So if she procced there, she would have got a second hit and would have killed him. Instead, we have to cycle all the way back to her next hit before he dies. So sometimes it's a 6-turn team. By the way, there it is. So normally I'm going for an 11-turn team, to be clear. But I do get lucky every now and then and get a 6-turn team. I'm not trying to build a 6-turn team. I want to be clear about that. But, yeah, I haven't tested this team on any other difficulties yet. So why don't we try it? I think the speeds are off, though. I think we're too slow. Yeah, you can finally beat hard because you've got all the newts now. I might be able to do Spider 10 now. Although not if Acrisia gets slept like that. I think I'm kind of screwed, yeah. I wonder if... Alright, I think I know what I need to do. We're actually going to do this. Okay. What is the speed on my second newt? I know he's really slow. But I might be able to use that to my advantage here. So he's 165. $207. Okay, so she goes first, then Newt A3, then Acrisia A3, then Mishinaki decrease defense so that we can kill with Hefrak. But what if instead of the decreased defense, I did Hex? Let's test this. Let's test this. They should have a copy team feature, by the way. Like, I want to copy this team and then do a test team. Okay, so we're going to take Hefrak out and put in my second newt. And the second newt will use Blessed Bash first. But Mishinaki, we're going to change this. And we're going to say, do that. And we're not going to open with that. Okay. So let's test this. Yeah, too slow. Okay. So that's fine. No, Mishinaki, the reason I bring let me put my team back the way it was, and I'll show you why I bring Mishinaki. And again, this team is for a specific thing. So he's fine. She's fine. I could have opened with Battlefield Domination, huh? Does she go? But she goes... The problem is she goes... No, she goes after Mishinaki. I could still make this work. I could still make this work. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I need to speed that nude up by a lot. I've already tried to speed him up. I can tell. Because he's got no speed on any gear. He just needs to be rebuilt in general. If I remember correctly, I was trying to build him for higher damage. I was going to build a super slow but really high damage newt, but I just need to rebuild him. But regardless, let's try this one more time. I'm going to manual it. So we need speed. And we're going to... He's super fast for a different area, but if we do the Hex, and then we do this... No, it's not enough. Yeah. Wait, oh! He got to go. Why did he get to go this time, but not last time? Did I do a different difficulty? I did the wrong difficulty. Yeah, I did stage 6. I did the wrong difficulty. No, Mish is not there for drop defense. Mish is my hexer. I do not have a savage or lethal newt. This is a big weakness on my account. How much longer is my stream going today? Not much longer because it's 12:05 and I didn't realize what time it was because we got carried away looking at all this stuff. But I need to also fix that team because I don't like the current setup on it. I want to go back to my original team just because I know it works and I don't want to, but I do think that there is the potential for me to fix this team in the future. I also don't want to do Megalomania. Okay, so he needs to open. So the way this, I'll show you the way a team is supposed to work. I think it's set to work properly now. So Mishinaki places decreased defense on the first wave, and then my nuker clears the wave. Now, that's the fastest it can be. Again, the only reason that happened is because Acrisia's in Relentless, and she got an extra turn. She's not supposed to... the team is not built for that to happen. It just did happen. The team is an 11-turn team, but Hefrak is supposed to go after Acrisia and then clear all the little spiders. And that's why I was thinking, I wonder if there is a version of that where we have Hex out that we could also get what we need. But my speeds are slow. That's why Arbiter's there. Arbiter ensures I get to go first. That's really the main... I have to bring the Arbiter. If I get everybody fast enough that I don't need Arbiter, great. until that time. Plus, Arbiter also increases the attack of Hefrak, is the other thing, too. So, if I was to build a Savage set or improve somebody on that team, I'll probably do better. So, let's talk stream stuff before I log off. So we've only got about half of July left. When August comes, financially speaking, I'm probably gonna have to try and find a job. But I really enjoy streaming every day. You guys are awesome about showing up. I'm always streaming to 15 to 20 people. That's awesome. I may try and continue. I'll be able to stream a lot longer when my daughter's in school, but we got to figure things out. So, I don't know what that means, but I plan to stream every single day. I plan to keep that up as best I can. So, just keep hanging out, keep supporting the way that you guys have been. Likes, comments, memberships, all that fun stuff. It's been great. It's been going really well. So thank you guys for watching. Really, I wish I could stream longer. I'd love to. I really want to start fitting in some other games too. I know you guys have said, some of you are like, I don't know, I don't want to watch you play other stuff or whatever, but if we just play for like an hour or something, play another game, just chat and have fun. I would play like interactive games with chat. I wouldn't do like a shooter where I'm not looking at chat the whole time. I would probably do something like more strategy games, stuff like obviously Baldur's Gate, things like that. But I would pick like a one day where we just play like for an hour or something, a different game. So, but thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna go make lunch for my kiddos, and I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I missed all my live arenas today because we got so interested in this. There's not enough time in the day for me to get hooked on another game. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I'm so glad I can stream now, because when I wasn't streaming, I couldn't play. I wouldn't be able to play Baldur's Gate if I was working, because I play Raid, and Raid takes up too much time. Oh, for 2 accounts. Yeah, I would never have any time to play Baldur's Gate. So I love my opportunities. And unfortunately, any work that I'm looking at, full disclosure, we're probably going to be moving soon-ish. If we're moving soon-ish, it doesn't make sense for me to get another job to only work there for 2 months or 3 months. So I might be able to keep streaming in that regard. Or maybe signing up to... I used to work weekends only at a previous job, so I might be able to do that. But I don't know that working weekends only is really going to... The juice is worth the squeeze. Like, I don't know that I'm going to be making enough money between that and streaming to... I don't know. And hopefully when we move, if we get a place that we're trying to get, then we're might have a better economy out there where I won't be so broke. So I don't know. Who knows? But I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep doing this. I gotta figure out a way to get... I don't know why my shard pull video did so poorly. I'm kind of sad about that. Like, that was a pretty big... What's up, Sean? That's the shard pull videos are where I kind of get my biggest share of money. So when those are sub 1,000, like I'm not counting on this money. This is all just going into savings, but it makes me question. I respect that vodka. Not everybody does like them, but if you look at my history of videos, you're gonna see like outside of the Wixwell video, no video does double digits unless there was one video I had that did double digits because it got promoted somehow, some way, and just got bombarded with negative comments. And I wasn't expecting it to be a mass audience video. I was like just talking, and I was filling it with ums and uhs and whatever, and then they lit me up in the comments. But it did like 1,200 views, and I was just like, "What is going on?" So many people hate watched me. So, I know shard pull videos do well. How much do you charge for an account takeover? I do not charge. I only ask that people become members of the channel. And then I do account takeovers for people that are members of the channel. And I've done a couple of them. And the only reason that I do that is because I frankly don't know how else to encourage people to become members. I don't know. My mindset is broken. Like, my mindset is incorrect. If I really wanted to do this, I would charge more for account takeovers. I would come up with better ways to entice people to become members. And I also wouldn't count on memberships to be my only way of getting support. But unfortunately, that's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of like I could start a Patreon and I could do, and as part of the Patreon, do account takeovers that way for like a really high tier or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just trying to start small. I'm just trying to get things going. So right now, dude, I will do whatever goals you guys want me to do. Like, I'm not afraid to do, like, the problem is I have to go buy a panda costume. That's expensive, but, what was that? What? I'm going to say thank you because that's the respectful thing to do. And you have no idea how much I appreciate that, Sean. Like, thank you so much. I cannot do one today. Are you in my Discord, Sean? That's not it. All right. Message me in Discord. I will do an account takeover for you. And I am saying thank you, but I feel so guilty about it. Like, I feel like I did this to Mikolaj the other day, and like he's great about it. He's not upset, and I know you're in here. I know you're in here. But my daughter came on and she was joking with me about, "Daddy, I want some money." And I was like, "Ask them for money." And she did, and then Mikolaj donated. And then she just came over. My wife jokingly told her to come over again to try and weasel some more money out of you guys. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not playing that game. Um, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I truly do appreciate it, but I'm also so guilty when people give me tips and donations and stuff like that. And then one of the other reasons I don't use like donation apps and stuff is something, I don't know if you guys know Thor. I think his Pirate Software is his Twitch channel, but he talked about how if somebody like reverse PayPal, right, where they donate you $1, $1, $1, $1, and then they cancel all those transactions, there's a fee on that I would pay. But if you do it through YouTube or you do it through Twitch or whatever, they pay that. So I don't get hurt by that. So that's why I'm afraid to do other services. Oh, it's 28 cents. Bro, on my screen, thank you, Hyper. Thank you. On my screen, that looked like $400. but it's 28 cents. Thank you, Hyper. I appreciate that. I don't know what your currency is, but I appreciate that. I really, and that's the other thing too. I don't want to change and stop delivering the content that you guys like. The 20 of you, the 15 of you that are in here every day chatting with me, hanging out, the content that I'm doing, you guys like. So I don't want to go and shift and do what Hell Hades does or Ash does or Drock does. I don't want to change what you guys love. Like I want to play to the people that have been here with me from the jump and not necessarily what other people are doing. I want to stay true to you guys. Like I don't want vodka to wake up one day and be like Roadblock turned into those guys I don't like, you know? So you don't even like Roadblock, but for the betterment of mankind, he needs to be putting out content. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, hey, Sean, message me in Discord. We will schedule an account takeover. I can do it as early as tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern. So message me. We'll work that out. I got to get going. My kids are overdue for their lunch, and I feel bad about that. So I'm going to go knock that out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do think my content will go up as far as time and hopefully value in when I'm not a stay-at-home dad as well. So when summer's over, I should have some more stuff coming, and I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today. So I'll see you all tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern time. Looking forward to it. Bye, guys.